TGFbro was once gaining over 30 million views per month, yet these days the channel has only seen 2 videos being posted in the past 10 months. But with Jay and Romel's friendship as strong as ever, we have to ask ourselves, what went wrong? TGFbro was created on the 23rd of May 2012 with a young Jay and Romel showing off their extroverted personalities and showcasing their infectious laughs that would go on to be a staple of the channel. The focus of the channel would be just 2 English teenagers having fun whilst recording. This would all change when the two noticed their success of their dangerous and embarrassing videos. Public Embarrassment, 1.9 million views. The Superglue Game, 2 million views. The Roundabout of Death, 8 million views. Granted, these views are largely inflated due to the pair's future success, but it sent Jay and Romel a clear message. If they wanted to get more views, they needed to make the videos more and more dangerous. Little did they know that in 6 years' time, Jay would cement his head in a microwave and almost die of hay fever. With every one of their videos being dangerous, it was only a matter of time until one went wrong.
That's so mad. Bro, you're facing the wrong way. What's up?
The air isn't going into oil properly. Yeah, where's the
Now?
Yeah. I'm gonna die.
Jay, no, you're not, man.
Jay. Sit down.
No, don't pull it. Okay, right. Break it all in.
Oh my god.
So he has a microwave stuck to his head. I know this sounds like a prank call, but he was trying to film a YouTube video.
Oh my god. Careful, because there's lots of metal sharp.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I love you guys, man.
With all the views pouring in from the free press,
prankster Jay Swingler, aka TGFbro, nearly died while trying to pull off the
cementing his head in a microwave.
Firefighters called out to release him, say he was foolish and irresponsible.
Jay had this to say.
I wasn't actually going to make a response video to this because it makes me look like I care. This shit's hilarious.
But he did slightly redeem himself with this.
100% I should be fined.
At this point in their career, the audience were hungry for more dangerous stunts, but it seems the negative press the boys received gave some of the audience a reality check. The most terrifying thing is that you survived and you can reproduce. What did you expect to happen? What was your original plan to get out of the microwave? Did you have a plan? With some of their audience feeling the videos had gone too dangerous, you might assume the boys would quit these type of videos, but just 5 days later it seemed they'd learnt nothing. I glued my head inside a toilet with a hot glue gun. But here you can tell the controversy had an effect on them, with some forethought going into the stunt.
We've taken extra precautions to make sure that I am safe. This can be used with the hammer.
They also had another problem. YouTube was starting to become stricter on what could and could not be monetized, and obviously TGFbro videos fell into the not category, taking away the financial incentive to make these type of videos. With Jay almost dying and the impending demonetization, it was clear they had reached the limit of how dangerous they could make the videos, and consequently, any stunt-style videos would get less views as the audience was expecting the danger to be up to notch with every video. I cemented my hands in a toaster for the entire day, 3.5 million views. I mummified my entire body solid with plaster cast, 3.4 million views. Whilst these views are not small, in comparison to the growth they were experiencing before, the channel was on a downward trajectory. However, it may have been a blessing in disguise as it birthed the next chapter of the TGFbro channel. Here's what happens when you drive through a car wash with no windows, 8.3 million views. With the popularisation of challenge-style videos by big creators like MrBeast, these were performing much better, and so the challenge-style videos took up most of their uploads, whereas the stunt-style videos were few and far between. This worked for a while, with them constantly gaining 4 to 8 million views on every single video, but it was soon obvious that the channel was stagnating, and the audience was starting to get bored, with YouTube becoming oversaturated with this type of content. This was perhaps best summed up by the Redditor. Their old videos were so funny, but I think they've had to change with the times. With the downturn in views and the limit YouTube was putting on their creativity, you can tell by looking at I started a Discord diss track server released in 2019 that the passion was no longer as strong for making videos, thus creating a negative feedback loop that wouldn't have stopped without a change in the content. And this change came with I was trapped in a car and buried alive. The views speak for themselves, with this being one of the most viewed videos in a long time. This was followed up by more and more of the old style videos, and as the danger increased, so did the views, and before long the boys were back to their former former glory as they cracked 10 million views for the first time since the microwave incident. However, we've all seen what the drive for views can do, and exactly 2 years and 1 day after the microwave video, TGFbro's released Trapped in a Caravan, Gone Wrong. Predictably, the video ended with the caravan flipping, and luckily they both only came out with minor injuries, but that would not be the case for this next video, Extreme Driving Test with TGF. And as the title suggests, the video ends with Jay flipping the car.
You're not gonna be sick. You fucking pussy. Now what, Jay? Fucking hell, what are you doing? What the fuck am you doing?
The fuck?
You silly twat, what are you fucking doing?
But this was nothing new to the channel.
I love you!
The difference was that all their previous dangers only involved themselves, whereas this was on a public road. I can imagine them dying of laughter watching this in court. Unknown to the viewers at the time, following the video's release, this happened.
Jay, there's like 12 police officers here. They've got a warrant for your arrest and they're taking everything from your house.
And to make it worse,
When the police raided Jay's house, it wasn't just any day.
It was my birthday.
It was his birthday.
Ramel was not immune, with the police going to his parents' house and questioning them. The whole time that this was going on, TGF continued to post, notably with a different, more relaxed style video, though this was likely more to do with the fact that they couldn't go out into public due to lockdown.
The whole of lockdown happened, and then we had to go court again.
And again. And again, basically the police didn't know whether to do us for dangerous driving or driving without due care.
These are very different charges, with dangerous driving carrying a maximum sentence of 2 years in prison, whereas driving without due care is just a fine. With prison hanging over them, it was undoubtedly hard to focus on making videos and being their normal energetic selves.
Once they decided dangerous driving, we argued against it. Then they were like, oh, okay, let's deal with this in a smaller court. Let's go with the driving without due care. So we're like, oh, okay, brilliant, bonus. Went to court to deal with it. Oh, lad, sorry, the judge doesn't have more than 15 minutes to watch the video. So let's prolong it another fucking 6 months. Waited again, and then it got prolonged again and again and again.
This made running TGF hard because
We'd end up not recording on certain days, just doing no videos because we had to go court, and then court just wouldn't happen.
this would finally be resolved.
We had to sit in court and essentially watch the video that we got sent to court for.
And they would end up with just a fine. Obviously this caused a lot of stress on them and their families.
My family were so worried. Jay's family was so worried.
I actually thought I was going to prison.
And this led them to question,
Should we be doing these videos anymore?
it's-
Ramel summed up the situation with,
we miss doing TGF so much, but it's like, what can we actually do? Because if we go too tame, people are like, oh, I miss the old TGF. If we go too ridiculous, it's like, oh yeah, prison time. Like, I'm getting to a stage now where I'm like, I just want to enjoy myself.
This also brings me to the last reason TGF is unlikely to come back. Ironically, they have both grown up. They are both now in their mid-20s and have gone through a very stressful time in the last 2.5 years, and any rational person would want to avoid going through it again. This was compounded for Ramel, as he explained on a recent video that his mother sadly passed away in late 2021. These factors have all come together to cause TGF to stop posting. Jay has expressed how he has no desire to go back to that style of video. Today, Ramel regularly posts on his channel and Jay is focusing on boxing, and although just 4 months ago Jay said this,
Bear with us, we'll be back very shortly.
I think we've seen the last of TGFbro. If you want to understand why we've not seen the last of KSI, watch this next.